Imagine building a full chessboard traversal game in under 20 minutes. No boilerplate, no CloudFormation nightmares, just pure code and Encore magic. Sounds impossible? Stick around and I'll show you how. What is Encore? Think of Encore as your backend autopilot. You define services and data models as ghost tracks, tag them with Encore API, and Encore set up AWS Lambdas, databases, and CI/CD pipelines automatically. It's like ordering a pizza, but for servers. You just specify the toppings, some features, and Encore delivers. Encore allows you just to launch in minutes. Define your APIs and models, hit run, and boom, your local server, database, and tasks are set up instantly. No wrestling with CI/CD scripts, talk directly with your codebase and use Encore's agent mode to auto-generate API endpoints, services, and data models. It's like pair programming, but your partner writes most of the code. Push your code to Git and Encore builds, provisions, AWS Lambdas, RDS, and CI/CD for you. One command, zero YAML. Right now, Encore supports Go and TypeScript, which totally suits my needs. Recently, I was thinking about what project to create with Encore, something small to play around with and understand its functionality. Exactly that moment I was watching The Devil's Plan Season 2 on Netflix.
감옥동으로 이동하면 거주 공간과 감옥 매치가 진행되는 데스룸으로 나누어져 있습니다.
And that visit every square with the Chess Night challenge was a perfect match. Let me quickly explain the rules if you haven't seen the show. You start on a random square. Each move is an L shape, 2 squares in one direction, 1 in the other. You need to visit all squares without repeats to win. Sounds easy, right? Let's write some code now. First, let's install the Encore. I'm on a Mac, so I prefer using Homebrew. So I'll type brew install encore dev tap Encore. Next, we create a new Hello World project. Just type Encore project create and the repo name. And to run it, just type Encore run. And voila, the project is started. It doesn't matter if you have Go installed or not, but to use services like database, you'll need Docker installed on your machine. Let's quickly check the Hello World app. Here is a list of endpoints, and we can test them immediately. Nice! Hello, Vlad! Now, let's create our Knights Tool game API. I'm going to make it very simple. We'll have endpoints to create a new game, make a move, get the leaderboard, and retrieve games with history. I'm not going deep into architecture and code quality here. Remember, we have only 20 minutes to build this. So I've defined a game service with models and API service containing game logic, and a repository for database communication. I've also initialized basic migrations, and that's basically it. We can now test our API without any extra setup. Here we see all our endpoints and we can play around with them immediately. Let's create a game and make some moves. We can view our game history, and when we win, we'll appear on the top 10 leaderboard based on the board size. To deploy the app, you just commit your changes and push to Encore. That's basically everything, no templates. Encore did everything for us. Encore also has plenty additional features like integration with your cloud, collecting logs and metrics from your environments, keeping secrets, and more. You can check their documentation if you want to dive deeper. Normally, I'd say goodbye here, but it felt unfinished. Let's be honest, no one wants to play a game via API calls, so I took my favorite JS, and CSS and made a front-end client for our Knights Tool game in the Devil's Plan style. Yes, that's exactly how I imagined the Devil's Knight Tour game. Enter your nickname, select the field size, and start your Knights Tour. The top 10 players for each board size will be shown. So far, I've only finished the 5x5 board. I believe you can fill all these tables. The game link is in the description. Encore is perfect too, definitely for solo devs and small teams who prefer coding over dancing with the cloud. For prototype and MVP builders who need a live backend just yesterday. Go TypeScript fans who love type-safe coding and hate boilerplates. But who might want to look elsewhere? Multi-cloud or on-prem engineers who require full control over every VPC and policy. Security-first enterprises with strict custom compliance requirements. Legacy stack maintainers tied to existing Terraform or CloudFormation setups. Infra hobbies who actually enjoy crafting IAM roles and writing YAML templates. Personally, I'm not sure if I'd adopt Encore for my current projects, mainly because after years of development I already have my own infrastructure, script, automation tools and established approaches, proven by real projects. Encore doesn't provide any killer feature that my stack is missing right now. But if you're new to development or unsure about your infrastructure, go ahead and give Encore a try. Then share your experience and opinions in comments. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the channel, like, and as always, stay in tech.